the 12-tone road course in the California hills in wine country. Winner's going to get a big glass after tonight's race if they end up winning. We move on to the round of 8 here in the Rogers Racing Engine Cup Series. First race, it's a fun round. We got Sonoma tonight. Then you got Bristol, then Martinsville to end it out to see who goes to Homestead for the Final Four. So, tonight, you know, it's going to be a tough one for these drivers. But I think it's going to be tougher for these 8 guys in the playoffs. You got Braden Borglaff, Borgie, the driver of the 12, who actually, due to other instances, will not have a call at the track as the Hollow got into an accident. So he's going to be missing tonight's race, which that's going to deficit his 20-point, lead under the cut line. So that's going to be close to see how he comes out of this situation for the next 2 short tracks. You also have Jared Reese with his plus 12 to the cut line. You have Charlie Owen with his plus 6 to the cut line. Keith Ayers is plus 1 right now over Ethan Borglaff, driver of the 3. And then behind that you have Jade. We know he can win at road courses. He did it in the round of 12. He did it in the round of 12 at Watkins Glen. He is minus 6 points to the cut line. Behind him, minus 8 points to the cut line, you have Alvin's in the 20. And then the farthest back is Anthony Camarada, the driver of the 95, who is minus 12 to the cut line. Your 4 drivers eliminated were Alex Van Heavey, Cano, Secure the Pokes, and Matt Martin. So I'm going to start this off with talking to the driver of the 1 here, Keith Ayers. Keith, you're plus 1 to the cut line. I know there's 3 races, but when it comes to a road course and then 2 short tracks, how do you? I know you're a good road course racer. So how do you feel about this road course in particular?
I feel pretty good about Sonoma. I have been practicing the past couple days. I've been consistently where I want to be with my target lap time. So I know if I can pull off that up front, I know what I can do to be up front and have a shot at the win and hopefully sweep the stages in the race and advance to the final.
So we know compared to the last, game and stuff, this is going to be a question for everyone actually. With the new carousel, how does that affect you trying to get a car set up for a track as difficult as Sonoma?
Just don't overshoot the carousel and just don't mess your lineup and just try to be precise as possible through the carousel.
So, another thing we know is that with a track like Sonoma, there's left, right, there's a lot of weird turns here. And with your practice, what has been like the weirdest corner for you to try to get through correctly?
I would say the S is going up to the top of the hill after the start-finish line. I either nail it perfectly or I wind up going off the edge of the racetrack, and that's something I don't want to do tonight and screw my chances with a shot at the win. So I'm trying to avoid that if at all possible.
Well, we might come back to you.
Okay.
Moving on here, we have another driver who's in the playoffs. He's minus 6 to the cut line. Jade Bull, how's it going, buddy?
It's going, man. It's going.
I'm going to start you with one of the questions that was in the middle of his. With the new carousel, how does that affect your mindset and race on a track that's already difficult, and now there's a carousel that goes down a hill and everything else? You know how it is. You've been practicing on it, I think.
The thing with the carousel is that it when they changed this track, I wasn't a big fan of it. But the more and more I run this track, the more the carousel's a blessing, I think. Because it adds another difficult turn to a track that's already very difficult, as you said. And now with the custom setups and everything else like that, it really shows the people who put in the time to run really well. And if you don't put the time in to run well here and run the laps you need to run, you're not going to do well. And that's just the bottom line.
And
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was kind of that whole little, I know sectors is an F1 thing and all, but that whole, little sector, whatever you want to feel like calling it, from, the tone that goes down into the carousel to then coming up at that corner at the end. On the track map, it looks like it's a very square, straight corner, but you really have to arc that thing to make that corner work, to get down here on the other S's, on the back half of the track.
There's two ways that you're gonna run the carousel. You're gonna either be really tight to the left side or really wide to the right. Now, the best line for the game says to go out to the right and come back to the left, which I don't agree with personally. I think staying snug is the best way, because if you're on that outside and you are just a little too quick and carry a little too much speed, your left side tires are lifting up, and you're going to the wall, and that's just how it is. That's one of the things. That's why this track wasn't on the schedule last season. But when the admins and the officials got together, they were like, this is a track that we really want to challenge our roster, and really when someone says they're a champion at the end of the season, we want them to say, hey, this is what they had to do to get there. They deserve it.
Yeah, in a round like this, it's going to be very difficult, to be honest with you, just from what I know.
Go ahead.
Go what you're saying.
No, I was just going to say, we have a road course in both rounds. So that's both a custom setup. That's already one big thing. We only had 3 road courses this season. Next season, we're going to have more.
Yes, let's go.
But I know Jarrett Reese is excited about that. But we only had 3 road courses this season, and you only had 3 chances to really show what people can do. You guys like myself, Jarrett Reese, Keith Ayers, who are really good on these custom setups, who can really build them and fine-tune what we need to do. Because if you look at the top 3 finishers and the top 5 finishers, all 3 of those names will be in the top 5. Most of the night, or were in the top 5 in both races before this for a lot of the night.
And
go ahead.
As I was saying, do you think with the carousel that people are going to try to run that maybe slower to get a better exit to set up that heavy braking zone of that weird corner that's at the end of that straightaway?
I feel that setting up for that corner, that's going to be one of the main passing zones here. Getting the setup, getting the run, and different drivers are going to be taking different lines to get through it, because you don't want, like Keith Ayers said, you don't want to dip the right side or the left side of the car off, because that's just going to pull you off, and, if not spin you, and take yourself out. We've seen drivers that have made one mess up at the start of the race, and they couldn't rebound all race long. And that's, again, that's just how it is. So.
Now, one last thing for you before I move on, because we're running a little bit late. Do you have a favorite corner? Or a favorite little section?
As I said before pre-race, I feel this race is going to come down to a Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart.
So you like that last hairpin?
I love the last hairpin. That's where the race is going to be won and lost, is that hairpin. Who can get back on the throttle quicker without spinning the tires and kicking the car sideways. That's my prediction.
We're gonna move on here to Jared Reese. You got in a little bit later, but right now you got. I'm pretty sure I said, what was it? Let me look again. 12 points to the cut line, and we know you're a good road course guy. So I'm gonna start you off with the question that I just ended with him. Do you have a favorite part of this track?
I have 2. I love the uphill section at the start of the track. I think it's really rewarding if you can get that down right. And the same with the S's on the back stretch after or coming up to the final hairpin corner. I love those 2 sections. It feels so rewarding if you get them right.
And since, like I said, we're going to be, I'm just going to ask you some small things, but in terms of a difficult track like Sonoma, does it throw you off knowing that there's so many different, that every corner is different? I don't, personally, from what I feel, I don't feel like any corner is the same. Would I be true in saying that?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you gotta practice, and you gotta know what you gotta do in each corner, how to set it up right, and you gotta have a good setup underneath you to be able to pull everything off.
And how do you feel about your chances tonight?
I don't know. You know, there's been 3 people that have been really good at road courses, so it could come down to anybody winning it.
Well, best of luck to you tonight. And
Thank you.
I hope you have a good race, because I know that I probably won it. Last but not least, he was eliminated last round by only like 5 points, I believe. Boz, Alex, whatever you want to be called tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think we're gonna keep the same mindset as we've been doing all season long, and that's to go get a win. We're just gonna go out there and see what the car can do and adjust from there.
Do you have a favorite corner for tonight?
My favorite corner is turn 5, the hard right corner. Down the hill and up the steep hill, as you call it.
Well, as everybody else gets out of here, I'm gonna let you go to that. Go with them.
Okay.
I hope you have a great race. Hopefully I see you tonight in the post-race show.
I'm hoping, you know, that's the goal.
And here's some
Week in,
snacks to
week
put
out.
in your car with you. Here's some Nettle Butters.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna need those.
It's gonna be a long one, 55 laps in the mountains here, wine country.
It's gonna be interesting.
So, now as everybody gets out of here, it's just me and you, Steve.
I think we can handle it.
What do you think about Sonoma? I know I seen you out there running a couple laps with these guys before we got in here.
Yeah, I did. It's very challenging, to say the least.
I think that's an understatement.
Run
Yeah,
out more than I went forward, but it's okay.
that's okay because you're not racing tonight. You get to watch
That's
these boys
right.
have fun trying to handle these cars.
I get to watch them and see what I'm doing way wrong, because I wasn't very good, I can tell you that. I think my best time was like a 2-minute 87 or something like that. And these guys are running it in 130s and 129s. Yeah, I'm way off pace.
This
The first come out.
if that okay. It's like I said, Sonoma, it's wine country. There's really not a corner that's the same here. You
No,
got
there is not.
look, and then when you start the race too, that start. Some people are going to be starting this race in a corner. Now it's not a big one, but that's definitely going to affect how your car drives into that first little cove up, and then the back right hander. Get it, and then there's another little S section after this like mini straightaway, heavy braking zone down to the carousel, and then you have this, and then you have probably the longest. I guess the S's could be considered a straightaway because I feel like some of these guys can get through their full throttle, but the only pure straightaway is out of that carousel. And like Jade said, that I feel like that's the biggest passing zone on the track. Slow down only for the carousel, cut under somebody, and then that's the best spot for it. Then you got the true S's of the track down the back stretch. A mini short shoot going into turn 11, a mini short shoot exiting, and then back to the front stretch where there's that little arc in the track. Just lots of differences. I mean, it all looks the same when you're on the track, but racing it, nothing's the same.
Nothing is. Yep, you got that right.
And that's my favorite part about it. When not a single thing is the same, but it all looks the same. Because when they look out of that visor, they're like, oh, this is just like Tone 2. Next thing you know, they hit the corner the same way they do at Tone 2, and they're overshooting it or undershooting it because nothing's the same. And I'm gonna check in and see how these guys are doing setting up this lobby. Well, we can already join. Did you get an invite though, Steve-O? Okay, we can go ahead and join.
Second. Okay.
Three laps of qualifying here for these guys at Sonoma, so 2 laps to get a fast one. And as we already look behind here, the 53 car of Jade Bull, there's about 5 cars up here, and then they're starting to try to get spread out behind that. So we'll see if these guys end up getting spread at any point. I mean, it would be a good idea, but you never know. And there's exactly what the 53 of Jade said. Just 18 just overshot the carousel by a ton. And I hit the outside wall. Here's the 48. Making his way through this carousel section. And there's still 4 cars kind of tight together. Not too tight, but that's still... For a road course qualifying, that's pretty tight together. Okay, now that I finally finished that, here's the 1 car. This is where I'd like to be, right where Keith is. Nobody behind me, nobody in front of me, but he just overshot that third to last corner right there. But that's not going to bother his lap too much. Here's the 95. He's not even at the S's yet. He's like, yeah, I'll give myself as much room as I need. Get a really good lap on his second lap. Here's the 3 of Cheesehead. Or Ethan Borgalaff. He's got Alvin's real right in front of him in the 20, who is minus 6 to the cut line. Yeah. Still got the 53, the 39, and the 18 pretty tight here. That's such an interesting corner right there. It's fun, but it's very interesting to drive, to say the least. Nice little, not really a brake zone at all, it's really just a heavy lift zone. And then you get right here to turn 11. And we're going to ride along on this last qualifying lap here at Jade Bull. We know he's one of the faster guys, so let's see what he does. He's going to go wide right there. Up the first hill, gets on the curb just a little bit. And then he's going to get wide again. But not too much, which sets up his next corner. He really uses up those curbs. I gotta tell you. I like it though. Those curbs really do help with stability. Some of them really make the car bounce a little bit tighter, while some make the car feel like it's a lot looser. All over the yellow line in the carousel, get a little bit wide right there though. But still not exiting as wide as he said that he said he doesn't like taking that full wide line, so he's sticking to that one. And then right behind him, the 18 actually got by the 39 of Jade Reese. And we're gonna actually watch from the 18's point of view now. Let's see how he gets through the S's compared to the 53 car. Excuse me. I love the hiccups. It seems like the 18 gets through there a little bit fast, but at the same time, he like runs a very interesting line that nobody else does. He kind of makes his call go straighter in some spots that a lot of guys kind of just stay where it is. Here's the 39. Here comes the 20 finishing his lap. And boom. He was the one call. He's going to be finishing his qualifying run. Boom. And then here's the 95. Believe that he is the the last contract to finish his lap. So let's see what he can do through these S's now. A little bit wide there. Not going to hold his lap though. And down into turn 11. Boom. Gonna be off the little line, but he's gonna kind of arc it like a diamond. Very interesting. And then, boom. You got a pole prediction here, Steve?
Jade Bull.
I'm gonna go with the 18 of Charlie Owen. It just seemed like his car is hooked up in some spots that the 53s won't. But at the same time, the 53 seemed faster than him in that first half of the track, when the 18 was faster in the second half. At least that's what it looked like. There's a fire truck. There's a Ferris wheel. This track has a lot of nice scenery, to say the least, for a track in the middle of the desert. You got Ferris wheels, there's a lot of nice trees and just, you know, places to get some wine. Oh, and your pole is going to go to Charlie Owen, Dash for Cash, driver the 18 with a 130.061. Jade about a 10th back with a 131.92. Tony Flyers in 3rd. Keith Ayers in 5th. Cheesehead in 7th. Jody in 4th. So the lap times are actually pretty close. The top 6 is within a second of each other, so that's always great to see.
You know what's...
Oh! Buddy, I think this is going to be exciting with how close these Pete guys will.
Yeah.
This is going to really come down to consistency. And the final... Ooh, excuse me. The final stage will probably come down to pitch strategy. As I mentioned before, 55 laps, so... It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be a fun one. And here they come for the green. Green flag is in the air from Sonoma Valley.
I didn't know we could join yet.
53 into the wall already. 3 wide.
Oh no.
2 rows deep. 53 with a lot of right front damage, but he's still in second. As they're trying to get single fired out, the 18's got about a Ooh, calling 53, big loose. And then the double file for about 5th now as... Ooh, no, that's 6th. 53, more contact. He's going to get to the 39 now. So now you have the 18, the 95, the 39, the 1, and then the 53 goes from 2nd to 5th, just within the first half of this track. You got Ball's big moves up. He's up to, that looks like 6th. Oh, and the 18 just hit a track glitch. And now he's going to be around. No damage to that car, though. Oh, his teammate is going to miss him. So back up front now. Now we have a tight battle here between the top 4, and then that's going to be the 95, the 1, the 39, the 53. 53 drives in and deep. And he's going to get to the back of the 39. So now it's an uphill climb for the 18. Seemed to have the best call and then just got on the call, but then drove straight over basically. And the thing just said, nope, not today, bud. Top 5 still single file. 95 of Anthony Camarada is your leader. Remember, he's in the worst spot in terms of points right now. He's minus 13 to the cut line. Didn't have a single stage win or race win. So he's looking for that consistency to make his way to the Final 4. And if he can win here at Sonoma, well, I know it's only lap 2, but that would mean a lot for somebody like him in his spot and really shake up these playoff stands more than they already will be. Big wide for the 95. 39 trying to go under. One car's going to give his teammate, also his boss, the bumper, but going to think better of passing him. 48 car's going to get on the curb, and he's going to slip and slide a little bit, but he's still going to maintain his 5th for now. Ooh, big wide for the 48. Big dive from the 1 into turn 11. He's gonna get by the 53, and then he's gonna let the 53 go by. .39 is all over the back bumper of the
39 got by for the lead.
Probably the toughest corner on the track for anyone right here at the carousel, and everybody really is running a different line through it. So that actually, I don't know if that helps these guys or hurts them. I mean, in terms of being packed, it helps, but in terms of just getting off the corner, it's gonna hurt the guys who are, you know, stacked up behind someone. A little bit of contact from the 53 to the 95. Now, here's the thing to think about. No matter what happens, the 53 is probably going to lose some spots in pit road. I don't see him not repairing that damage. So, seeing that how good he is at passing people right now and in good spots at passing them, this is a good experience for him to help him carry it over into the next stage. Big dive from the 1 car again. That's a big cut. That's not really a cut, but I mean, I guess it kind of is from the 53. So 95 is going to go from 1st to 4th in that lap, just in this from the carousel to through the rest of the track. Behind that, you got the 48 hanging on. 18 made a pass on the 3, so now he's working on the 48. 1 car off the track, overdrove it. He's gonna get back on, only gonna lose a spot. But here comes the 48. Big big throw, and I guess we're going on the throw. It was a clean one, didn't touch it, but 18 got over that hill really deep and made it stick somehow. And now there's a battle for the lead. 39 and 53. Who's gonna lift through the S's? Because one of them's gonna have to, and it's gonna be the 53. 39 now, trying to hold on here. Ooh, he's gonna try to get into him. Not gonna be able to get there. 39 still in control. 53 not gonna dive it in. 39 is gonna overdrive it, thinking that he was going to, and that's just gonna let the 53 drive right by him very easily. And the battle's back on. 39 to his inside now. Tried for the crossover. 53 didn't get by him enough for him to be able to make that move work. So now he's gonna have to just hop in line here. And I think about when's the next passing. When's my next chance? This is a terrible camera angle. Seems like the 53 kind of gets all over these yellow lines on the inner part of the corners, while the 39 kind of takes more center, tries to get more drive off of them. And here comes the 39 slowly gaining back. Gonna lose a lot of time though on exit right there. Ooh, big throw in there from the 39. $18 finally made the pass on the 48, so he's back up to 5th now after his early incident. $39's gonna get back up to within about 2 car lengths now of the 53. Here comes the 1 car trying to close back in onto these 2 now. Looks like he's gaining time. 18 slowly closing into the 95 now as well. $53's a little bit closer here than he was last time, so let's see how much closer he can get, and let's see how much better he can get off on this exit right here. Not a lot better, but he's gonna still be right there now, still within 2 car lengths. One car gets through that, the turn 11 right there. The hairpin's so good. 53 is gonna pull away though. $39 is just so much better through that, like from this front stretch forward, at least until about the carousel, and then the 53 is just so good on the exit of this long straightaway that's out of the carousel, and then the corner right after that, and then that hairpin. Getting a little bit tippy there for the 39, but he's still gonna hang on to it. One call, getting closer to the 39's back bumper. I hate having the hiccups. Gotta say that one. 18's kind of out of the picture now. The 95's all by himself. Yeah, 95's kind of by himself. 18 is gonna really just hanging out here in 5th now, and then he has a big gap back from him. Here comes the 39. Ooh, got a little bit really loose actually. One car still all over the back bump of the 39. If that one car wants to catch this 53, he's gonna make that move quick and make it clean, because if they start battling hard, it's not gonna be good for either one of them. Still hanging in though. I just love how they throw it into that corner that they're going through right now. Turn 10. You know what I think the biggest difference in these cars right now is, from at least from what I'm seeing in this race? The gearing. A little bit of a mistake there from the 39, but he's not going to lose a lot of time from it, which is always nice. And he's going to gain some time right there. Ooh, overdrove at the 53. Gonna get a huge drive off though. Oh, big dive from the 39, not gonna get there. Here comes the 1. 53's gonna get loose and wreck it.
53 around. Oh no.
He's gonna lose another spot, I think.
39 back to the front.
Nope, 53 did lose another spot. The 18 is back up there now. He's gonna try to get around him. But back up front now. Now we have a good battle between the 1 and the 39 for the lead. And if there's been anybody that's been more aggressive this race on the 1 car, I haven't seen it. This guy just, in those heavy braking zones, has just been so much more aggressive, especially turn 11, than the rest of these guys. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble right there from the 1. Gonna lose a little bit of time, but he's just so good right there. And then he's really cautious in the carousel, but he makes it work. Because now he's gonna be on the inside of the 39. Contact! They're gonna scrub doors a little bit. Now here's probably the best part of the track for the 1, besides for turn 11. This little, he can really get this car to just turn so much better than everybody else. And then he gets pretty wide right here. 39 has the lane though, and the 1's just gonna left and just say nope, not even gonna try. So he's gonna get back to his back bumper here. What a set of corners right there for the 1 to get back to him. Ooh, contact! Again, got to his left rear there. This, they're racing like it's the final lap out here. It probably is. One car didn't dive it in there. He's being super safe with it. 18 car did get by the 53. 53 back to 5th. big drive there from the 1. He's gonna get loose. Gets into the back of the 39 again. He is using up his back bumper right now. And I am sure the 39 is not a fan of that. Big move to the inside by the 1. This is not really a passing zone, but he's trying to make it one. He's gonna clear him. 39's gonna get a nice drive off though. He's gonna hang on that quarter panel. 1 car's gonna lift Olio. He's gonna try to cross him over, and he's not gonna be able to get there though. If I'm the 1 car, I'm telling myself I'm playing this way too safe right now. He's kind of just giving the 39 the lane in a lot of these corners, just trying to make the crossover. When if he can just hang it out wide a little bit more, he'd be set. He would have especially in that corner right there, he would have had the 39. He would have basically forced him into lifting, like the 39 made him do the lap earlier. 53 looks like he had another mistake. He lost even more time to the 18 that lap. This is just a great battle, honestly, for the lead. 1 car's gonna get there. He's gonna a little bit more contact to the back bumper. Now he's gonna be on the outside here. Let's see. Does he try to go back inside? Nope. He's gonna stay wide, and now he's gonna try to. Oh, excuse me. Now he's gonna try to make that inside move. A little bit of contact, even more contact. .39's gonna protect the bottom here. 1 car's gonna hit his lane. He's gonna hit the curb and then top straight into the back bumper of the 39. That's the risk of using those curbs, though. You're gonna become a bunny if you hit them the wrong way, and it will bunny hop you to the left or to the right. It's very indecisive. You never know what you're gonna get out of it. Ooh, 1 car's gonna try to make the move to the inside here. 39's gonna block. He's protecting that inside here, and the 1 car's letting him just have it each time. Well, for that measure, it was a good time that time.
No.
And they are side by side. 39's gonna have the shorter way around here, and he's gonna lead that lap. And that was for the stage. What a job between those two to keep that clean the whole time. Then you have the 95 in 3rd, the 18 in 4th, the 53 of Jade Bull in 6th, or 5th. I don't know math if you couldn't tell by now. Behind that, you got the 3 car, it looks like, and then it's probably gonna be the be the 48th and the 20. Yeah, 48th and 20. I don't believe that the 20 car has a custom setup either. So he's kind of here to get points and try to help himself as much as he can, especially with the points that are not showing up, and knowing how good this guy is at ovals. This would definitely help him. Now here's a moment of truth. How much damage does the 53 have? And did he fix it? And yes, he did. Only going to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only back to 8th. Well, guess who's back in 2nd now? It's the 18 car. And 53 is making 3 wide moves. I don't think I've ever seen a guy this aggressive at Sonoma, but he's making it work. And he's going to be up to 4th. From 8th to 4th in like 3 corners. Very impressive. 18 into the back of the 39 in the carousel. I believe this 18 car is the fastest car on track if he can just get out of the clean air. Just with how much time he was gaining when he was pushing his car as hard as he was at the end of that full stage, was impressive. Now there's the downfall of the mistake he made. He's being very cautious of that curb that he hit when he wrecked. So he's not taking that corner as fast as he was early on in this race. Or at least in that first couple laps, first 2-3 laps. So now we have a battle going on here for the lead, as the 18 is going to be on the 39's back bumper. And then behind that, here comes the 95 big dive. There, he's got the 53 all up over his back bumper. .53, he's just going to push the 95 wide, then if I was going to hit the curb, he's going to save it though. Ooh, and the 18 almost tipped it. 53 is going to get wide and wreck it. Not going to hit a wall though. Not going to hit a wall though, so that's good on him. At least he's not going to have that extra damage. He's going to be back to 5th. And here's the 18. This is what I was hoping that I'd see out of the one earlier. Was he tried to get out there and hang it to the outside, but that shorter way is going to prevail most of the time. .53 is going to get past the 1. Like I said, compared to the rest of these playoff guys, that one car is just being so cautious, it feels like. He's really just giving people the lane and not trying to touch them at all, but people are giving him the door and the bumper and stuff, everything else. Like, why not give it back a couple times, you know? Show them that you're not here to be a baby, you know what I mean? I just don't like that cautious approach when you're in the final 8. Nobody's gonna give an inch. This is basically give time now. Especially for him, only 1 point above the cut line. Like, every point matters to a guy like him. .18 bumper to the 39. Not going to be able to make the move. He actually looks like it helped the 39 get through that corner better. Which is weird to say that you give somebody the bump when it actually helps them, but that's what it looked like. Ooh, 53 trying to get back to the 95 again. Way wide there. Not going to lose time though, as the dirt doesn't hurt you here at all, compared to some other road courses that have that dirt. 39 is gonna get wide. 18 to his. That's outside? Yeah, that's right. That's what's outside. One car is gonna get back to the 53's back bumper. Now then again, that's your boss in front of you. I think the best idea is to be cautious. Do not want to make the boss mad. So as they try to walk up to the 95 again, 18 is kind of he's just hanging. He's like, hey, let me just pressure the 39 enough, and he's hoping for the 39 to make a mistake. Now I think if the 39 keeps taking turn 11 wide like he does with people behind him, if the 18 could just get close enough to be able to get that inside and get the drive off still, that's his best opportunity to pass the 39 car. Ooh, got a little bit loose. They're gonna lose a bit of time. Gonna lose a little bit of time. 53 worked his way back up to the 95's back bumper. Gonna try to get to his outside. He'll be there. He's gonna give him a little bit of a door there. Here's who's gonna drive it in deeper and make it. And the 50. So the 95 looked like he was driving in deep, and then the 50 said, "Nope, let me just keep going." And he made it work. And he's using the pass, as he's gonna pass the 95 and move his way back up to third position. But now he has a lot of time to make up to get to these front two. Doesn't look like a lot, but at a road course, that's about a second and a half. So that's gonna take a little bit of time to get that back. Ooh, big mistake from the 39. He's going to hit the outside wall. Mistake from the 95, too. Not as bad from the 95 as he's going to just hold it fourth. 18's going to go off the track on the carousel. And with all of that, the 53 is going to take the lead back. And that's what this is about. Don't make the mistakes and look at where you'll be. Going into that corner, the one car, for example, going into that, he was in 5th. Now exiting the carousel and getting into these S's, he's in 3rd. He gained 2 spots. Could have been more, but 18 did end up keeping it straight, luckily, and didn't get any damage from hitting anything, so that's always nice when your car is just going to handle the same way each time, so you know to expect it. 39 car going to hang on there behind the 95. So now let's see. You have the 2 guys who qualified 1-2. Now the reverse situation, but this is the first time we've seen both of them basically bumper to bumper. So let's see who's actually got the better car, who can make the least mistakes. The 18's already made 2 this race. And the 53's made, well, the 18's made 2 major ones. The 53's made probably about, I'd say 1 major one. I'd say he got off his damage with that 1 major one. A little bit shallow on entry right there. 18's going to get to his outside. Now, can he get a good drive off, though? And he will. He's going to go to the outside, well, inside for this corner of the 53. Big drive in. And he's going to hang on the outside. He's going to lift, though. He's going to stay there and he's going to lift and just be like, nope, not going to risk it. A little bit too early in the stage. And they're going to be back lined up. And who just randomly comes into the picture out of nowhere. Right behind these two, you have the one car of Keith Ayers. 53, he's going to get wide. And he's going to lose both spots in a little bit of time. .53, big cut right there, trying to just gain back this time that he lost. 18 your leader. 1 car in second. 53 in third. Like I said, the 1 car, he didn't seem like the fastest, at least at the beginning of the stage. He was back there in about 7th after the restart, and he just made his passes nice and precise as people make mistakes, and I hope I don't jinx him, knock on wood, but he made his way up to 2nd from all of these mistakes that other people were making around him. And that's road courses for you, and really any track, is just don't make mistakes. As he's going to go to the lead now with the 18 making another mistake in the carousel. So let's see if that clean out helps him pull away from these guys in front. Well, these guys behind him. 53 is going to try to cut it again. He's not going to get down the 18. .95 and 39 now are back there battling for 4th. Ooh, 18's gonna make the same mistake the 53 just made. Almost hits the big white wall. He's gonna avoid it though. And so now we'll see if the 53 can get to the back of the 1 car. just way too many mistakes right now from the 18. He's going to clean that up for the final stage. We know he's got the speed. We know he's got the ability. It's just a matter of can he do it. But we still got to the end of the stage, and he still has the lead in front of him, but he's going to get loose on the curb again. That's just another small mistake. He's just going to keep losing time. He's going to try to drive it in deep. 53 gets wide in the carousel. Here comes the 18 to him now. They're back at it here for second. And as I said before, the one guy not making the mistakes right now, the one car, Keith Ayers, and he's just pulling away. Not a lot, but it's, you know, you can just tell that he's pulling away just gradually each time that these guys make mistakes. I hope there's a cone all the way down by Tone 10. That's always nice to see. 53 goes wide again! And he's going to come all the way back on the track and almost wreck the 18. 18's going to overdrive that. Now that one definitely helped the one call pull away, as he's not even in the picture anymore for second place. Second place is so far back. 53, big dive, a little bit of contact going in, but not too much. Not going to hurt either one of them. 53 is going to try to get... He's just trying to find a way around him. Big drive from the 53, going to get loose, though. 18 is going to give him that outside line. 53 is going to clear. And here's where they've both been making mistakes. Looks like nothing there. And they're just going to stay side by side throughout this carousel. 18 drive off. He's hanging on the right rear quarter panel. Trying to side drift just a little bit. Get a little bit more pull. 53 is going to cut off the nose of the 18 there. Trying to make it work. He's not going to make a stick though. 18 to his inside. And he's not going to be able to get the drive off. 39 car cleared for fourth on the 95. And just barely in the picture, at least right there, you see the one car. He's all the way up there. And as he's coming out, exiting this carousel, these guys will still have about a second before they even got into it. Big move there from the 18. He got a lot of time back right there. And that's the end of the stage. 1, 53, 18, 39, 95. I think we've seen that these are your 5 fastest cars. So, between the 5, you had a prediction, Steve, for the winner of this race?
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna try Jardy.
I'm gonna try Jardy. I'm gonna go with the 18. I think for me it's between the 18 and the 1. I think the 1 is the more consistent guy, no mistake guy. Well, the 18, a lot of mistakes, but he's got a lot of speed in that car.
Right.
He just can't make it stick.
And here we go.
Oh, well, these guys got 28 laps left. So it's gonna be a fun but a long 28 laps here at Sonoma.
Hmm?
Ooh. That's the thing though about not making mistakes, is these guys behind the 1, they are feisty. Ooh, big slide from the 53. Does the 18 go through? I know he's not. He's going to think better over it. Contact between the 1 and the 18. Here comes the 39. You had 4 cars right here, bumper to bumper. And then really, if you want to count it, the 95 is basically, all these guys are evenly split. 39 is going to lose some time. This race really comes down to a matter of who can clean up the mistakes. Ooh, 18's gonna hit the wall out of turn 11. .39 gets... He's been clear, but he's trying to make his way up here to the 18s back over and try to get third. Now, if there was a time for this one car to be aggressive in Keith Ayers, the time's now. It's the final stage. You got 27 laps left. Or 26 laps left, I should say. Now, here's a surprise if you look back. There's a little bit of a gap there between the 1 and the 18 now. But behind that, you have the 3, well, 39, the 95. And then a guy who we haven't really talked about is hanging on early on in this stage. And that's the 3 car of Cheesehead. Yeah, Cheesehead. Or as I should call him, Ethan Bogolaf. Ooh, and there goes that 95-3. There's a wreck in the back. No caution though. This is just so hard to decide who's going to be the best here, because each guy does something different everywhere. There's one of them's better at that in the one spot, then the next one's better than the next, and then the next one's better. It's just like, it's a constant pathway. There's not one guy who's the best throughout this whole track right now. Ooh, big little bobble from the 1. Not going to lose time though. Got a nice little lucky bounce there. A lot of the guys who do that end up getting that car to the outside wall. Big drive from the 53. The 1 car is so good right there. That corner is definitely his best corner on the track. He just hits that thing. It's amazing to watch him hit that thing basically perfect every time. Here he comes. Does he make the move? And like I said, if there was any time to be aggressive with his boss, it's now. But he's gonna lift early there and give him some room. So now you got a full car split here, evenly matched. Who's just the better driver? Who's not gonna make the mistake? That's a little bit of a mistake from the 53. Gonna let the 1 get to his back bumper. Here comes the 18 closing very fast to the back of the 1. And this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to being aggressive at these tracks, you just have to make the pass when you get the chance. And there, he finally does. There goes the 1 trying to get by the 53. Which is only going to help the 18. As long as he doesn't mess up this, 53 going to get a little bit of contact with the 1 there. 1 has a perfect spot for a crossover. He's going to do it. Now, this is something that's new to him. He's never been in a spot where he's basically blocked in and has to run the outside. So we'll see how good he is at it. He's going to hang on the outside, though. Big drive off. And now you have 3 cars. Bumper to bumper to bumper here. And then now closing in onto the back of these 3 is the 39. Now, how long does it take for him to get there? Probably going to take some more battling from these guys, but you can tell he's getting there right now. 18's going to drive it in deep and under the 1, and he's going to clear him. Ooh, the 1's going to give a little bit of a shove to the 18 there, as he just couldn't keep the car wide to try to arc it back down. But that just let the 39 get there. He's basically there now. He's about 2-3 callings back from the 1. A little bit wide from the 18. 1 car's going to give him no room to get back on the track. So now they have to fight their way back, as they second to fourth now is all within basically the 2 callings. Now here's the situation behind them is both of them have made mistakes here. 18's going to drive it in deep. He's going to try to hold it. The more they battle, the more they let the 1 and the 53 get a gap. Big drive here from the 1. Keith Ayers on the outside. There will be 1 pit stop, by the way. Because I'm pretty sure we only got 14 laps in fuel. So there definitely only going to be 1 pit stop. 39's going to clear for 3rd. 1 car, big dive here. Can he clear the 53? Ooh, he's gonna try to use up his door a little bit there. 1 car's gonna clear him. Here comes another, not really a huge dive here. 1 car's gonna get wide. They were afraid that dive was gonna come, and now all 4 of them are bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. .53 wide. 1 car to his inside. Here comes the 39. They almost went. They were 3 wide there for a split second. 18 thought better of it though. Now the 1 car's up and he's clear. He's in the lead. He's got the fresh air. 39's gonna bobble on the curb there. 18's not gonna be able to get around. Oh, 18 was on 2 wheels for a second, but he's gonna not lose any time. He's good. Oh! 39 car into the wall. Dude, the 1 car through that turn just looks such like the car's being controlled by an AI. But it's so smooth and so like good. Like his gearing and stuff is just perfect though. Well, with the 39 out of the picture now, with that damage, it's the 1, the 53, the 18. They're all still right there, evenly split out. That probably shouldn't be allowed, but he's making it work. But okay. 18 gonna be a little bit slow on the exit of turn 11. He lost a lot of time right there. Ooh, 53 is going to get wide. So he's going to lose all that time. The 18 is going to technically gain back the time that he lost. So now these 3 are back to being just about evenly split. One thing to watch too is when we do get these pit stops. This pit road is it's hard to get on. You get a lot of speed, and you have to get down to I believe 30 miles per hour for it. So heavy braking, and there's a corner and an appraisal before you even hit the commitment line. So it'll be interesting to see if we get to having that circumstance have to happen. Looks like the 18's gaining on the 53 more than the 53 is getting on the 1. I was going to get through that corner really good. Heavy braking. Compared to everybody else, the 18 just runs such a unique line that, I mean, we've been seeing it every lap, so I guess it's a consistent thing from him. He tries to get off that last corner very shallow compared to the other guys who take it to the wall. I don't know how much I like that move from him, as it does lose him a lot of time to these guys, but I'm not going to judge how he's driving it because he's up in P3 and I know I'd be back in like last probably. So, it's just a unique line to say the least. And I mean, I guess the rest check with how good he is through it doesn't really bother him. 53 makes the dust fly a little bit right there, entering the carousel. Gonna be a little bit wide there on the exit of the carousel too. One car missed it just a little bit compared to what we've seen some other laps. Not gonna lose time. It actually helped him a lot. He might want to start doing that a little bit more. Oh, he's gonna hit that curb and get a little wheelie. So is the 53. Now, if I was these guys, I'd be scared of that curb. We've seen what happened to the 18 early on in this race when he hit that curb. The thing said, "Nope, I'm gonna make you do a 360 for no reason." That was probably the best the 18's got off that final corner all night. And he's been doing the same thing, so maybe he wants to come back. He's going to come back to that. Ooh, there's a pit stop started. So the 95 now is right in front of the leader. Now that's fresh tires, so we'll see if they even play an impact at all. I mean, I'm sure all these guys are going to have to take them, but... Ooh, one call, he overdrove it just, I mean, not a lot, but just enough. The guys behind him won't get to him, though. He was very easy with it to not make himself overdrive it too much. Didn't really lose a lot of time either. But the 18, you can see each time he's getting closer and closer to that 53, as well as the 53 getting closer to the one call from that mistake that the one just made. From the 95 here, I'm just going to get out of the leader's way. I mean, they have to pit eventually anyways. There's no need to be trying to hold... I mean, I know you're on fresh tires and all, but... Let's see how aggressive the one car gets with this lap car. Big driving from the 53, going to make it work. Big track from the 18, he's not going to make it work. And with the one not being as aggressive as he probably should be with this lap car, he's going to be letting the 53 catch him with how deep the 53 can drive these corners with the clean air behind the one car. If I'm the one car, once this pit window opens, I'm going though, because in all fairness, I think that's the way you beat him. You have to undercut the 53. I think right now he's shown to be the fastest car with the clean air and not having to worry about people in front of him. Here comes the one now to the outside of the 95. Now this is going to hold him a lot. Big overdrive there from the one. 53 is going to get to his inside. Okay, he's going to clear the 95. Now the 53 has to deal with the 95. If I am the 95 though, after being that, I would say aggressive to stay on the lead lap. You have to do the same with the guys behind him. But 53, big dive trying to get by the 95. 95 is going to pass him right back, and the 18 is going to be there in about a second or two. Still side by side. 53 is going to just hop in line behind the 95. Ooh. .53 is going to have to move the 95 if he wants to get by him. Big dive. He was going to push him off the track. He said, nope, I'm done, dude. Oh, 95 cut back on the track. And that's just going to hold the 53 even more as the 18 is Oh, and 95 just overdrove that by a ton. Only before he had, I don't know if he had some help, but he went way wide there. 18 all over the back of the 53. One car with a gap now. Ooh, one car missed the apex a little bit. They're not going to get off the track, though, so he's not going to lose speed at all. I'm going to guess the 95 pitted for damage, because none of these dudes have came in, and they've got to be somewhere around the pit window by now. And they're coming to 16 to go. So pit window, the real pit window is in 2 laps, I'd say. Question is, with the gearing of some of these guys, you can really save the fuel. You can save a little bit of fuel here, especially at a road course with how slow a lot of the corners are. You get a lot more fuel than, quote unquote, the game gives you. 18 lost some time to the 53. I don't know awards anymore or numbers. And right now the key to victory is just be consistent. Because the one coach needs to keep running his race. Let's put it that way. Right, that's going to get a little bit wider than he needed to. But he just needs to run his race. And maybe that's the pit window the 20 car's in, the 48's in. The 18 car pitted. So I guess these guys are getting a little bit extra fuel with the with just all the downshifting and all the, you know, braking and stuff they have to do and coasting in some of these corners. So we're seeing the 53 and the 1 come in as 3rd place pitted. Really the rest of the field is pitted now. One car just maintaining that gap. I mean, looking at it, I'd say it's a road course, so there's some slow corners like that one, but I'd say that's at least 3 seconds. And at least here, probably 3 seconds, maybe 4, maybe 5. It's hard to tell. But he's kind of maintaining this gap. Now, besides just being consistent around this track, he has to be consistent when he decides to make a stop, which is right now. 53 car staying out another lap. He's got looks like... One car did get in there very good, though. So we'll see how this all cycles out. 39 car looks to still be out there, too, on his... He looks like he pitted, actually. So here's the 53. He's just now to the top of the hill. About to make the right-hand corner, or the right-hand down towards the carousel. '95 is going to overdrive that corner. Pit stops here would take a while. One car just now exiting. Possibly a speeding penalty, but also just It's just a very long pit road too, so there's a lot of different factors. '18 just now passing the pit lane. So it doesn't seem, it just seemed like a normal pit stop then for the one. Just with how long pit lane is. 53 is all over the place over here missing his corner. I'm so confused. Well, screen flag pit stop, and my mic's not muted. Oopsies. But, I think the 53 ran out of fuel. So that's going to slow him down a lot, I'm going to say. But we'll see where the 1 and the 18 come out in comparison to him. It just really seemed like he ran out of fuel. Like, he was so slow out of that 1. It seemed like the call kind of hopped and he lost time. Doesn't seem like he lost... Oh, he lost. Never mind, he lost a lot of time. Let's see, where's the 18? 18's way back though. So the 1 call is... We're gonna count this down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds back to the 53. Now, ooh, that's not what the 1 needed. The key for him was consistency and no mistakes, and he just made a huge one. Didn't hit the wall though. And the 53 didn't gain too much time, but he gained a lot of time. And that's 1 lap fresher tires too, so we can't forget about that. There is a lap call up ahead of these guys. He's just up the road. About the short shoot from turn 10 to turn 11 away. So we'll see how friendly he is. Here comes the 53. Trying to gain that time back. The 18's right there too. This really comes down to now is it's a 3-car race, and I don't think a lot of people would consider the 18 car being a part of this 3-car race, but he's in that spot of a major mistake. If they get turned around and have to back the car up or spin the car around or something, he's there. In terms of a minor mistake where they're just overshooting stuff, he's probably not there, but it's gonna just help him get there. 53 a little wide right there in the carousel, gonna lose just a little bit of time to the 1. Well, now there's no more pit stops. So now the 1 car definitely has to be aggressive if the 53 gets to him. And once again, it's just a battle of maintain. Just maintain. Let him chase you down. Let him make the... well, the 1 car's pitting again. That's interesting. Maybe these guys do have to pit twice? Maybe that's why the 95, yeah, maybe, I'm guessing they have to pit twice, because the 95, he's coming in again for his second step. Maybe that's why he tried to short pit, tried to gain time, and it just didn't work out, so now he's making the second stop of the race. Like I said, I mean, I guess it is a 28-lap race, and you had a 2-mile track, so fuel's gonna be a big issue. Great job of the 20. He just got way out of the way. So here's the question: does that pit stop from the 1 force the what's his name? Force the 53 car to come back in right now if he needs another stop? I mean, for me it would, because I know it's just a lap, but a lap's a lot. Here comes the 20. Here's the thing, I think the 53 is going to try to make it. He pitted later than these guys. I think he's really going to try to stick it out there and make it all the way. And here comes the 53. He's got another lap confirmed. It's the 95 now. I mean, realistically, here's what's going to happen if the 53 does pit. They had to take 15 seconds. The one car took 15 seconds. He definitely took 4 tires and everything else. Again. And so if the 53 ends up pitting, he's probably just going to go for the splash and go type thing. Which is probably the smart move, because you're gonna get a, 3-second pit stop compared to everybody else's 15. I got a yawn because I'm tired, but that's whatever. 95 is gonna get wide. Gonna stay wide. 53 is not gonna get there. We'll see how long it takes the 53 to get by the 95. Like I said, all these guys are running consistent times and stuff, but just having to be that little bit slower each lap is going to hurt the 53, because that 18 is going to be able to easily catch him. As long as the 18 doesn't make mistakes and put himself in a situation to try to force his corners and force his braking points deeper and deeper, trying to catch him. Let's see. Oh, 95, way wide. There's the 39. The 1 car's all the way back here. He's overdriving everything now. That's not going to help him. So here's the 18. In front of the 18 is now the 39. And then so the 39 is now in second. And the 39 is just barely in view back there. So let's see. 53 is all by himself. Now he just can't make mistakes. And he's just, I mean, like I said, we think he has to pit again, considering that everybody else ended up doing it, besides for him, the 39 and the 18. But then again, I mean, the 20 was the latest, was the 20, the 18. Okay, the 20 and the 18 were the 2 that later caused a pit. 39 on the other hand, 39 on the other hand pitted at the same time as the 53. So if the 53 can make it, well, then so can the 39. But we'll see what ends up happening here. As there's really just nothing going on. These guys are just, everybody's just trying to be consistent, and that's the key. Consistency. Ooh. So back to the, now the 53 is in the same spot the one was in before the one made that surprising second pit stop. Consistency. Don't wreck. Let the guys behind you, second, third, wherever they are, let them make the mistakes. And you, just be consistent. Just do your job. And don't, wreck the car. Because damage out of road course is not like any other track. With how different each corner is, it is not fun to deal with having even a yellow front end, or even, yellow back bumpers. Anything and everything hurts you. The littlest bit of damage is the worst bit of damage. Let's see how many laps these guys got left. Well, I got 7 to go, and the 53 doesn't have to pit again. Nobody does. So,
Okay.
bad strategy from the one car. If I was the one, I would have just stayed out as long as I could anyways. I don't understand the whole let me pit and then let me pit 2 laps later. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to me. So the 39 now he's coming to the top of this hill right as the 53 is exiting. He's not too far back. I mean, 6 laps and 1 mistake from the 53, and he's halfway there. Depending on the mistake, he could be all the way there. So I guess the word of the day today is consistency, because that's what these guys need right now. At least that's what the 53 needs. He needs consistency. With the 39, he needs fast laps. And he needs, hopefully, a mistake. I'm surprised more guys aren't doing what the 53's been doing though in turn 11. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think going off the racing surface that much should be allowed, but I'm surprised nobody else is trying it, because the 53 is making it work. Ooh, big dive right there from the 39. He's gaining. He's definitely gaining. Now, can he gain all of this in 6 laps? Probably. But can he do it without making a mistake? That's to be seen. We have to wait, because everybody's making mistakes. He's getting closer each lap. Now the question is, what does the 95 do when the 39 gets there? Because the 39 is going to be there. He's going to get out of the way. Lets the 39 by. 39 drove it in really deep for really no reason at all. But great racing etiquette there from the 95 to just stay low. He even hit the brake there and basically stopped to let the 39 have the whole track just in case he needed it. You love to see that. 39 is getting close. Oh, and he's gonna lose a lot of it. Ooh. Just got on the Colbing a lot there and really hold himself. So now, all that time gained has now become time lost. Because as he's getting to the top of this hill again, they're back in the same situation. As he's at the top of it, and as he's exiting it, the 39 is entering it. Once again, 95 got out of the way of the 39. 5 to go, coming to full. There goes the 53 with that famous little cut of the final corner. Gonna pull away from the 39 a little bit more. Ooh, my back itches. 39's gaining though. He's getting there. It's just a matter of does the 53 make the mistake. Because I mean, I think he can get there without the mistake, but that mistake would be huge to help him if the 53 ends up making it. A little bit of an overdrive there from the 39. Gonna get a great exit though right there. He's gonna gain even more time. He's definitely getting closer. This race is going to be all about that final corner. Because I honestly believe that that's where the 53 gets a lot of his time. And I think that lap right there was just a prime example of it. 53 got a lot of gained a lot of ground away from the 39 there that time. .39 getting closer still. He's closer this time than he was last time. Three to go, coming to 2. This is gonna get interesting, I think. A little bit. The 39 seems to be cautious too in turn 10. Two to go. What a nice corner right there from the 39. Coming to 1 to go. I just don't think the 39 has the time to get there unless the 53 makes a mistake now.
Yep.
And the 39's gonna get loose, and that's gonna be it. Oh, 95's gonna wreck right in front of the 39. So here comes the 53 coming to the checkered. Checkered flag, 53. Yeah, I guess the one car did end up spinning eventually, at least from what I just heard. Let's see who's got the fastest lap. Gonna be here for a minute as these cars finish this up. Fastest lap. Keith A was 128.8. 128.9 for Dash for Cash, and a 129.3 for Jade Reese. Well, Keith, third place. Let's as I was told by my producer, talk me through your race.
I mean, overall, it was a good race. I threw it away by overrunning the car, not saving enough fuel, then speeding twice. So, yeah, I mean, I'll take it, but that's not the ultimate goal I want. I want to lock into the Final Four, but I guess I'll just have to go win next week.
Well, next week's Bristol, so we know you're good. We know you're good there. So, in terms of your race, though, it seemed like you were on a different strategy than anybody else. As you pitted twice compared to the first two cars, you only had the one pit stop in the final stage. Was that just a strategy call by the pit crew, or like, talk me through it. What happened there?
No, the first time I pitted, I knew I was couldn't have enough fuel to go to the end, so I had to pit again. But when like I said, I got 2 speeding penalties, so that didn't help me any. But if third's a third, I'll take it. I got me a nice little buffer over the cut line now, so unless two or three people went below me, I should be okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was the big thing. You came to this race 1 point above the cut line, so you got yourself some good points today. And I think that's going to help you going into the next 2 races at Bristol and Monza. And your eyes, which one do you think you have a better chance at?
Bristol, because I can't run with the lick at Martinsville, so I'll just have to see if I can lean off one of my teammates for a setup for Martinsville. Go from there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had a good race. You had some mistakes, and I know you're frustrated, so we won't bother you too much. We'll see you next week at Bristol.
See you next week.
Moving on, your second place finisher, Jade Reese, driver of the 39. How you feeling for what? Let's start. How you feeling?
I'm frustrated. I got driven through numerous times there throughout the race, and the last one, I was already sideways, and then I got hit by the guy behind me, and then it sent me and gave me damage, and I was trying to play catch up the rest of the race with Jade, and almost had him, and then the tires started to give out because I was pushing the car so hard, and then I just spun out because the car just had no grip left in it towards the end. But yeah, I shouldn't complain because it was still a good finish, and
that's some good points.
But just frustrated with how I was being driven.
Let's start off with, yeah, I don't want to say you had an up and down race, but I think we wouldn't call it that, and I think that goes into the fact that you talked about it with the people running through you and stuff. But talk us through your race from your eyes, at least from your visor view.
Well, I've had a good setup. Car was running good. Was doing what I had to, trying to stay out of trouble. Just got caught in it anyway.
You had a good race. I mean, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Keith Ayers. Bristol, Martinsville. You have a good point cushion to the cut line, but in terms of a win, what track do you think you have a better chance at getting a win at?
Definitely Martinsville. I ran decent at Martinsville, and just a stupid call on my behalf at the end of the race cost me the win.
Mm-hmm.
Jade got the win because I think I had the dominant car there last season. Led the majority of the race. Bristol, I don't know what it is about Heat 5. I don't know what to do at Bristol towards the end of the run. Car gets way too loose.
Yeah, that's just the game in general. I couldn't tell you what to do either, because I don't know how to fix that. So you just gotta deal with it. I think you're in the same boat there. You know, there's some frustration, but in your eyes at least, you got a good point cushion. You had a lot bigger one coming in than Keith did, and you definitely have a lot bigger one coming out. It was a good race for you. We'll see you next week. Well, moving on, you got the race winner. As Keith Ayers said over the radio, welcome to the Final Four. I have my opinions about what you were doing that I didn't like and didn't understand. But I'll keep that to myself. Let's let you talk us through the race.
Second corner, got put in the wall to start the race. Heavy right front damage. And then the car was, I was struggling, but I was still quick with it, and I was quicker on the start of the run versus everybody else, and trying to find some new lines going through the different spots of the track. And there at the end of the first stage, I threw it away and looped her on the got caught up on the rumble strips. Car stepped out on me, and I put her in the wall. It is what it is there. Came home, I think 6th, I think the first stage, which is not a big deal. It is what it is. Second stage, I don't know who had their issues, and I know I got into the back of Jardy once, and that's on me. One time I know I did it because the car just locked up. The second time, well, one of the other times was I didn't hit him on my screen, but I know I hit him on his, and I apologize fully for that. I know I got in the Tony once or twice, and I apologize for that as well. It wasn't intentional, but that's just road course racing. Everyone's taking different lines, and don't realize somebody's taking a different one, and it happens. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So. And other than that, it was a good race to the end. I know Jardy had some issues there. He got loose, and I think the 18 had nowhere to go. Just hit him, totally ran through him, had nowhere to go. And that allowed me to really start fuel saving like I wanted to. That third stage, and I split it 14 to 14. I was able to save the first little bit, and I ran out going into the S's, and I was coast, and I had a little bit sputtered a little bit, then I got it into the pit road. Keith was his speeding penalty on the first pit stop. That was it for him. I think after that point he pitted too early, and Keith is way too aggressive at these tracks. He couldn't save the fuel, and we saved the fuel and brought her home to victory lane.
Well, I don't got much for you. I think you gotta go celebrate some wine in victory lane and then celebrate some at home.
I do wanna. There was a few times I went I cut the final turn, and I know I did it. There's a few. I got tight, and other times I was avoiding people. And I know I did it once there at the end, and I corrected it the final time to make sure I did it right. So, but other than that, it was a great day for the Richmond 53. Happy to get in victory lane for Fatal, and happy to get to go to Homestead and go battle for my ninth driver championship. So.
Woo, Fatal! Let's go, Jay! Woo!
I don't know how this guy got in the booth. I think he should be kicked out, but no talking. Steve, we watched a good one here at Sonoma. I don't think Steve is there.
I'm here. I was getting some keys.
Nope, that's always nice. It's fine.
Wine and cheese, right? Wine and cheese.
No. Keys.
Oh, keys.
Yeah.
Keys and wine works too.
No, it's a good race.
Well, as you enjoy your... Well, it's keys. What? I don't... Actually, never mind. You don't enjoy keys because you don't need keys. But, it was a good race. We enjoyed watching it. And, for everybody at Rogers Racing in the WRL, we'll see you next time at Bristol. Peace out.